we're going to be talking about the elusive 1943D wheat penny. Now, if you know coins, you've heard about this one, the 1943 Denver minted wheat penny, and it is sold for $1.7 million, making it the rarest coin on the face of the earth. Now, a little bit of facts about this coin here. It is the only 1943 Denver minted coin in existence, but many experts believe there's more out there. Now, there's a little bit of dispute here on if these were minted on purpose or by accident. You got to be the judge on that one. But there's stories of a gentleman, he was like the head mint, actually doing this on purpose and only making one, and it turned up in like the 40s at like his old girlfriend's house or something. And nobody knew about this coin until 1979. So it went from 1943 to 1979. Nobody knowing about it. What are the chances of that? But it's authentic, and obviously it sold for $1.7 million. So it's an old coin. It was minted. It exists. Now, there is roughly 20 1943 of the bronze planchettes that were stuck in the machine, some say. Some say deliberately put in the machine. I guess we'll never know that. But Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. In 1943, that's where we had the mints, where we made our coins. 1942. We're at the heat of World War II here. We needed copper. We needed bronze, nickel. We needed everything. We needed it. All the precious metals shipped over there to fight the Japanese, to fight the Germans. We had to win Europe back for the Allies. So we needed metal. But we had plenty of steel and zinc. So in 1943, we decided to make our pennies out of steel with a zinc coating. And that's where this whole story starts here. Now, it's believed by most that in 1942 there was a handful of copper planchettes left in the machine that they did not know about. And when they put the zinc coated steel in there, they had to change out the die that slammed it on there, because steel is much harder than copper or bronze. So they changed that out, ran the machine through, and it just happened to go through and get into circulation, and a couple people got a hold of them. But the new die was harder because of the steel. So it made these coins much more sharper, crisper, and clear, and beautiful. So that's one way they use to tell if these are authentic coins or not, because they have a different die that made the coins much more sharper and beautiful. Most people believe that just the Denver one was done on purpose, because there's about disputed, but like 15 to 20-ish coins that were minted in Philadelphia and San Francisco. Most of them are believed to be by accident. There's like 6 that were minted in San Francisco, and the rest in Philadelphia. And those are much less rare, although they still sell for like $500,000, which is no small feat. But this one, we're talking about the Denver. A lot of experts believe that there is a few more out there, and that they can still be found. How do we find these, you say? Where do we look? What do we do? Well, there's many ways you can find it. Albeit your chances of finding it are a snowball chance in hell, but there's a possibility. Now, these coins are about as rare as hen's teeth, so you're probably not going to find one. But if it's like they say, and these were actual mistakes, and they got put into production and sent out, metal detecting. That's how we find coins all the time. A lot of people find Wheaties and throw them in their trash bag. Always check them. There's a lot of rare wheat pennies out there. Another way, estate sales. Apparently, that's how this 1943D turned up in the 40s, from an estate sale. The girlfriend of this gentleman, if you believe this side of the story, the girlfriend of the gentleman died in the 40s, late 40s, and came up into an estate sale, and that's how they found it. Other people believe that this gentleman held on to it and it passed through his family. There's a lot of different stories about this on the interwebs, but you're either on one side or the other. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just giving the information to you. Digest it how you want. It's up to you. And as everybody knows, there is a lot of counterfeit coins, so always do your homework. Always send it off to the mint to get checked or graded. They got machines and they know what to look for. There's a lot of scammers out there and a lot of bad hombres that'll try to convert other coins into the 1943s, because it doesn't matter which one you got. If you got a 1943 authentic bronze coin, you're going to have a lot of money. You're going to have a good time. You're not going to have a bad time. It's very good. So what they'll do is they'll take the 1948 wheat pennies and they'll kind of grind them down or slowly get rid of part of that 8 to make it look like a 3. And that's a pretty common way. Other ways, they'll try to make their own dies, and there's all sorts of ways that they do it out there. A lot of Chinese fakes. There's all sorts of fakes out there. So your chance of finding them is up there a little more than not, but your chance of finding an authentic one, unfortunately, is about 1 in a trillion, but you never know.